Everybody, it's Jennifer. This week we are going to get back to basics and talk about something that you should have done whenever you very first got into real estate. And if you haven't done it, then now is the time you need to sit down and work on it. And that is your database. Your database, your personal database. I'm not talking about leads that came into an open house that maybe you've texted a few times. I'm talking about people that you know personally, you would feel comfortable sending them your family Christmas card. That's what I tell my team. Your personal database truly is going to be the core of your business. That these are the people that are going to use you, hopefully, if they ever decide to move or buy or sell. They are going to refer their friends and family to you. They are going to be your cheerleaders. They are going to spread your name around. These are people you need to stay in front of. And just because you know them personally doesn't mean that you don't still need to be reaching out to them and occasionally about real estate. So we're going to go back to the very basics today and talk about the 3 things you need to do to start turning your database into dollars. And the first one is you've got to get it together. Hopefully, whenever you first got in this business, your manager, your coach, that's usually one of the first tasks they give you, is you have got to get all the people you know into one place. If it's a spreadsheet, if it's a CRM, wherever it is, you have everybody in there and you need 4 basic pieces of information. Their first and last name, their mailing address, because you are going to mail them things, their email address, because you are going to contact them by email sometimes, and their phone number. Those are the 4 basic things. Don't get overwhelmed with anything more than that. You just need to get your list together and have that information in there. If you don't have that, then that is going to be your very first step. I have personally, my database is about 90% past clients, which I can do that, at this stage of my career. And the rest are people just who I know, maybe they've never bought and sold a home with me, but they refer my name out to other people. They're friends of mine, people I know who want to support my business. They are in there as well. And I've got a little over 100 people when I take out my people that have moved out of town or out of state. I still have them in my database, but just here locally, I've got about 100. And honestly, I want to grow that to about 150. So the first thing you have to do is block out some time. Start getting your list together. I just did this recently, and there were people that I didn't have their new mailing address. I didn't have their correct email address. So I had to reach out to them and say, hey, I'm working on my Christmas card list. Can you send me your new mailing address? So I could get all of that information in one place. So just that can be time consuming, but you've got to do it because it is the foundation of building your database. So the first step is to get it together. The second step is now you want to grow that database. The goal is not to be in this business for 5 or 10 years and still have your database be the same 50 people. You want it to grow. So what I did after I got all my people in there together is I started going through my phone. Started with the A's, went through the B's, found several people who I realized, man, I should really have them in my database that weren't there just because you don't think about it sometimes. So the next thing to do is to try to start adding people to your current list. I went through my phone, and then after I was done going through my phone, I went through all of my friends on social media and added some people that way. And then as I continue to meet new people, make new friends, get new clients, I'm going to keep adding to that database, and the goal is to grow it. The bigger your database of solid people can be, I don't want you to get too big because you can't manage it, but people who truly know you and root for you that you know personally, you want that group to be as big as it can be that you can manage. So the second step is to grow it, not just leave it where it is. If you've already got all your people in place, then maybe now is the time you need to sit down and think about who you can add to that database. And then the third step is to work it. Having all those people in one place doesn't do you any good if it just sits in an Excel spreadsheet in your computer and you never touch it. So one of the columns on my database, after their basic information, I have a last contacted column. And so what you should be doing, in addition to prospecting for new people, prospect the people you already know. I start at the top of the list and I start to work my way down. Maybe that just means I hop on social media and I go comment on something that they've done recently. That just keeps me in front of them. Are you social media friends with all the people in your database? If you're not, that's a good thing to work on. Go through your list and send out friend requests. Try to get connected to them however you can, because that's a great way to stay in front of them without having to call them unnecessarily or be creepy or anything like that. So start working your database. Go to the very top. And when was the last time you contacted them? Shoot them a text. Hey, just thinking about you today. Hope everything's going well. Look at what's going on social media in their life. Hey, I saw your daughter got accepted to this college. That's awesome. Reach out to them in some way. An email, a call, a text, or a social media message, or even a handwritten note. If you've got nothing else to say, it's just a way to stay in touch with them. If you have 100, 200 people in your database, that's not something you're going to be able to do in one day. So that's something you're going to work on over time. Hop in, you've got a little bit of downtime in between appointments, go into your database, go through maybe 10 people. Reach out to them, contact them in some way. We always say this business is about the more conversations you have, the more houses you will sell. So this is a way for you to have those conversations. And then the next day or the next week, hop in and contact the next 10 people. Eventually, you will get all the way through your list. And then a month or two later, you start over at the top. So that way, the people that are right there in your life, under your nose, are not slipping through the cracks. You are making it a point to stay connected to them, to stay in front of them. And this just makes you top of mind whenever they know somebody who needs to buy or sell, or they themselves are ready to buy or sell. So don't neglect your database. We're so busy out there sometimes searching for that deal that's going to close in the next 30 days, searching for those new leads, those internet leads, those open house leads, that we forget to really work the people who are already there. And we don't want to contact them so much that we're annoying or that it's creepy, but in a genuine way, you want to be working your database. So the 3 steps: get it together if you don't already have it together, grow it, and then the 3rd step is to work it. If you do those 3 things and you continue to grow it and you continue to work it, then your business is also going to start to grow. So spend some time this week working on your database. I'm working my way through mine right now to make sure I stay in touch with everybody. Send them a Christmas card. Send them a note at Thanksgiving. Do something nice for them if you see it's their birthday or something like that, because the more you connect with people, the more good things are going to come back to you. I always say, you put good out there in the world, it's going to come back to you, and it's going to come back and benefit your business. So get your database on this week, get in there, dig around, get it going, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.